is 11 p.m. Pacific time. It's Tuesday, January 21st. This is a quick update on the gold market here. So let me zoom out to the daily chart. So gold has had a bullish day today on Tuesday. We bounced off of this daily Tenkan-sen here. We went all the way up to 27.46, and right now the Asian session is closing. So let's look at how this action unfolded in the mid time frames. So last night in the Asian session, there was a huge spike up around 1700. Pulled back around the early London session, but as soon as New York was about to open, the buying resumed here. This was a nice push from 2720 to all the way over top of 2758. This was the top just before the London session opened. So we went all the way up, and looking at the 15-minute chart, right now it is retracing, looking to find a support at the previous breakout level of 27.46. So it has retraced a bit. I will show my trades right here. So this was my trade last night in the London session. I took a buy here, but it was retracing, and then I just exited before going to bed. Took a loss of maybe 450, almost 500 here. But the next morning, this actually found a support around 27.17 here, and then continued its way up. By the time I was checking the charts, it had already gone past over here and was trading at 27.40. So I was thinking whether to take a buy or not. I knew the New York session was almost half over, and another significant move was probably not going to form. But my reasoning was in the 1 hour and 4 hour time frames here. You can see that we broke past the previous highs of 27.25, and we were trading around at the time 27.40 here. So I was thinking there was not going to be much resistance until the previous high of 27.88. So I thought it had a lot more opportunity to run up, so I wanted to put back my position, my second position there. So right now I've trailed both positions to break even. The first position I opened at 27.23 price level, so about here. That was this buy in yesterday's Asian session. So my break even stop loss is at 27.32. And then this next one, 27, I entered at 27.42. I've set the break even 27.44. That is a tight break even stop loss on the 15-minute and 5-minute time frame. So if it retraces right now, I will be exited out of this position right away. But if it is able to find support here, I could keep this position open. So anyways, I am now guaranteed not to lose on this trade. But yeah, it is retracing a bit. I think I'm going to keep both of these positions open and just see how this trade does overnight. So in terms of news, let me check if there is any significant news tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is Wednesday, so no news other than Japanese balance of trade in the Asian session. So not sure if there will be any volatile action around gold, but I was looking at some of the other dollar pairs. So dollar CAD is actually very volatile right now, trading in this range between 144.7 and 142.7. So you can see that it's sold off twice very sharply in the last 48 hours here. So we'll see if it can keep bouncing in this range, or if it will break out one way or the other. To put this consolidation in context, in the weekly time frame, it is approaching the all-time high of 146. So yeah, it could continue to consolidate here a little bit more before picking a direction, but that could explain the volatility right here. So dollar is, I think the markets are in somewhat of a range right here. The market participants are trying to decide if the recent Trump presidency, if his actions are going to be dollar positive or dollar bearish. So a few reasons why it would be dollar positive. He has announced a lot of the trade programs. He is going to possibly enact tariffs. This could prevent other countries from exporting as much to the United States. So it could be dollar bearish in the sense that countries will not have to, may choose not to export to the US and use the dollar for trade. Another reason why it might be dollar bearish is, or dollar positive, is because the US economy could be strengthening under this new president. Today, he just announced a $500 billion AI infrastructure bill with CEOs of Oracle, SoftBank, and OpenAI. So already into day 2, this is possibly one of many spending packages that could be on the way to stimulate the economy. And we see gold having a nice reaction here. Yeah, this could be, he was mentioning that he would cut the budget, but this is one of the spending programs, so it could be, you know, a shift from money from one place of spending to another. We don't really know what the end budget balance is going to look like, but right now this is one of the areas his government wants to spend on. But he is also cutting back in some other areas, looking to reduce waste. So a little bit hard to tell where the end balance is going to be. And I think the market is also right now assessing the same situation, which could explain some of the range-bound volatility in the dollar markets here. Let's take a look at dollar yen. So same thing, it's kind of near a cusp of breakout or pullback. If it's unable to break out past the 160 level, it could trace back to below 150. Let's look at euro dollar. Same thing here. It looks like it penetrated 1.04, but then it is retracing now back to that level. What other pairs can we look at for the dollar? Let's see, dollar yuan. Same thing, it is at a extreme of 7.33, bounced off of that just now. Yeah, those are the major currencies. US equities today had a positive day. So looking at the weekly chart, this looks like a bounce off of the Tenkan Sen, and it has broken down past this channel level here. No doubt this AI spending package could have effect on the markets tomorrow. I expect a lot of the AI names like NVIDIA are going to have a massive bounce. You know, and a lot of the other hardware infrastructure companies, like, you know, Broadcom, Cisco, TSMC, some of the networking companies, those could all get a positive bounce off of this spending package. They announced some data centers that are going to be built in Texas. I believe they announced 20 total data centers, 10 of which are already in progress. But again, 500 billion is a huge number here for spending, and it's not just 500 billion. Those dollars are probably going to trickle down to the supply chain, whoever these data center companies are contracted out to partner with. Those will be dollars that will be recirculated all the way down to their respective supply chains. So yeah, this coming few weeks, technically US markets are bullish on the weekly time frame. Yeah, let's look at the SPY, still pulling back, but could be a bounce here. And then the DJI, same thing. Dow Jones is also bouncing off of a possible pushback here.